to Sunday. It is July 16th. It's late. It's 10:13 p.m. in the evening, at least in Southern California where I come from. And, well, it's been a while, hasn't it? I have been, in mourning. Of course, for those of you who may not have heard this or listened to this particular video, I lost my mom. She passed away on March the 26th. And since that time, it's been a struggle, especially this channel, because one of the things that I used to do when she was here on the planet was I would call her up after each experience and I would share it with her. And it was one of the things that I looked forward to the most. And I don't know if that was causing me to kind of block, maybe, in a way, because I didn't want to experience something fully. I have to tell you that I had an experience tonight that was a full-on beyond body / shifting experience, full on, beginning, middle, and end, and everything. And it's so funny because I thought, as it was happening, and this has happened before, this is not anything unusual. This has happened with experiences before, where I get into the experience and I'm thinking, I'm going to remember everything. Everything's going to be there, right? I'm in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I am going to retain this entire experience. And once I return here to the 3D, I open my eyes and I'm like, what happened? That wasn't exactly the case with this. What I do remember happening was, so I remember there was a certain point, because I was just resting. I was taking a nap. I wasn't thinking too much about an experience, but at some point, after I had shut my eyes, I decided to do that whole thing where I imagined myself pushing through to somewhere else. So for those of you who may not have heard this technique that I use, and I don't know what to call it. It's so funny. I see these things on the subreddit. Everybody's like talking about all these, quote, methods, unquote. And I'm just shaking my head. I don't normally comment on it on the subreddit, but I just think people are overcomplicating things, and it kind of drives me nuts a little bit, but whatever. I keep things very simple, as you know, on this channel. I just imagine my hands pushing through space. When I say space, I don't mean outer space. I mean the space that's right there in front of me. And so I imagine that my hands are able to push through space as if pushing through a barrier and go into another reality. So that's what I was imagining. And then at some point, I reached that middle space. And I reached that middle space as I was pushing through. And I felt myself rolling to the left. Now, everything's very familiar to me. I feel this. I'm like, wow. But I was very calm when it was happening. And it was interesting because there have been a couple of times in the last few months where I have felt it kind of coming on and then it stopped or something happened. But this time, everything went. I went to the left. I rolled off the bed. I went forward into motion. I was traveling. I slowed down. And I started. Everything went perfect, guys. It was all perfect. And then, so, I'm walking after I feel the sense of motion. The darkness lifts. And suddenly, I am in a version of my apartment that has a bunch of things in it that I know for a fact I don't have in my apartment in the 3D world. There were chairs and there were all these other things, maybe antiques, I don't know. There were things, I was touching them. I was feeling them and I could feel it, guys. I could touch it. I could feel it, probably to confirm to me that I was really there, and I was there. Now, after that, things get really murky. I mean, it's almost like so strange. At some point, I know these are the things I will tell you that I know happened. I'm pretty sure happened. No, I know that this actually occurred. I know that at some point I met a man and there were other people that were there. I know that this man had told me to look into his eyes. I know that when I looked into his eyes, his left eye, there was something strange about it. And there was something dark, like a vortex or something, that had formed in his left eye, and you could see it if you looked into it. I know that there was something not quite right about this man. I know that there was some sort of challenge or something issued. I know that I opened my hand, and out of the middle of my hand, there came a blue sphere that almost looked like a miniature version of Earth. And this man had about the same thing, and both spheres collided. And I think that I somehow defeated this man. I don't know. Anyways, it was really strange. I can't get my head around it. And after this defeat, because there was some sort of challenge or something like that, I decided that I was going to leave because I had done what I came there to do. And there was one moment where this person that almost looked like, to me, the Wolfman or something. I don't know, like a werewolf. It was really weird. And there was a rectangular box that was about the size, maybe 6-7 feet tall. And this man opened it up and then walked through, and I think he disappeared. I don't know. This was really, really. After this, I went back because I told them, whoever I was with, that I was gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. You know, it's time for me to go, and I left. I think I went to a place where it was difficult to comprehend everything, and so my mind was doing the best it could possibly do to put the little pieces together. But there are realities out there, guys. Those of you who shift, I know that everybody wants to talk about the MCU, the Harry Potter, and all the other things. But I have visited places that are so beyond the mind's capacity to understand that I'll see certain things. The mind will be able to figure certain things out, but other things just are beyond its capacity, right? There are places that just are too difficult to comprehend. And this is something that I just don't see talked about a lot on a subreddit or anywhere else. People are talking about all kinds of different things in different realities, but they don't talk about the realities that are almost impossible to comprehend for the human mind. So I believe this place was a place like that, but I believe that there was a person there that maybe wasn't a nice person, wasn't a good person. I mean, to put it in the simplest terms, I came there and at this version of me was able to basically make this guy go away and to protect this place. That's all I can really tell you at this point. And then I returned, but after I do remember saying, okay, I'm coming back, and I came back. So that was it. Opened my eyes and I thought to myself, do I really want to share this experience that I've had after so long, or try to share it with you guys as best as I can? One of the things that I thought about with this experience, and one of the things I hope, my channel is here to help if it possibly can. I know I have said that I'm neither a guru or a teacher, and I can't. I don't have the ability to teach you to do what I do. I can tell you that 100%. Okay, I do not. There are people that have those claims that are out there, but I'm very honest about it. I've been very honest from the very beginning. I have these experiences nowadays. I don't understand exactly why it is that I have these experiences, but I do. I'm fairly sure it has something to do with my ability to astral project as a child. It has something to do with the traumatic accident that happened in 2015. It has something to do with these things, more things, things that I may have planned out, before I was even born. Those kinds of things. But for those of you who are struggling, and this is why I make videos like this, my hope is that it can inspire you. And for those of you who are actually having experiences, well, it gives you the opportunity to listen to someone else who is having experiences, and perhaps it can help you along the way as well. My advice continues to be the same, guys. With this experience, with astral projection, with shifting, whatever it is, what's very important is to keep your mind open, to have the ability to quiet your thoughts, to be able to relax. Meditation is something that can be very helpful. To have patience with yourself, because there are so many other versions of yourself out there, guys. That is the key. Your relationship with yourself is the key, in my opinion. That can be, I think, very, very helpful with this whole thing, because honestly, it is all about you. And the other thing that I want to say, and I never say this on the subreddit, because I don't feel that it's my place, but this is my channel, so I feel that I can say it here. Please don't listen to other people trying to tell you what your experience is. When you share an experience, don't let somebody tell you that was a lucid dream, even though lucid dreaming, as I've said before, is quite amazing. And most people that I think say that, and they say that in a way of saying you didn't do anything, lucid dreams are very difficult within themselves. And many, many people wish they could have lucid dreams. So never take that as an insult. But don't ever let anybody tell you what your experience is, especially some stranger who you don't know on the internet telling you you didn't experience something. This is something I'm very passionate about. Those of you who have been on this channel for a while, this really gets me going. Okay, and I haven't had the opportunity to talk about it lately, but this really gets me going. Believe in yourself, guys. Believe in yourself. If you had an experience, believe that that experience actually happened. Okay? Seriously. Anyway, that is enough for this Sunday episode. I hope this was helpful to you in some way. I really try to be helpful in each of my episodes to assist. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. And for all of you, by the way, who have been sending your wishes, thank you so much. It continues to be a struggle with my mom. With my mom's passing, it continues to be a struggle, but it's a day-by-day kind of a thing. And yeah, I'm doing my very best to deal with it. Until next time, take care.